What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor a harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have, hold on, is that right? I think it's supposed to be a hard Z. Okay, we have Megaherz. Yes, indeed. How about that? Megaherz making their debut on the channel. Okay, this comes as a request from Mike Yanis. Mike wanted to see me react to this song by Megaherz called Kaltes Grab. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this song does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever heard anything from this band before. So this is my first time even hearing anything from this band. However, there's always a chance I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I know this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Megaherz Official. Okay, I've never dealt with Megaherz, so I don't know if this is going to get blocked or not. Hopefully it won't get blocked.
Block!
I guess we'll find out. And the video has 4,990 views. Yeah, it's not going to get you there. Sorry. Look, I'm not saying the song's bad. I'm just saying, you know, for the number of views, it's not going to get you there. Sorry. You know, it's just not. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Kaltes Grab. I'm assuming it's Megaherz because that's what it says here. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Oh yeah, we're in 6/8. Switch up to 4/4. Now we're double timing the 4/4. Back to halftime. Wow. Lots of feel changes, not time changes, just feel changes. It did start out, the intro started in 6/8. When the verse kicked in, it went to 4/4. Now, when they went to 4/4, the first half of each verse of the verse phrase is in a straight time, and then they go down to a half time for the second half of the phrase. Then go back up to the straight time, back down to the half time, but all within 4/4. The tempo never actually changes. It's just they're just changing the feel of it, you know, changing it from a from a straight time to a half time. Making that transition from the 6/8 to the 4/4 was slick. They made that very seamless, absolutely seamless. I almost didn't notice. I almost missed it. The guitar. Let's stop there. I have a lot more I want to talk about. But for right now, let's keep going. Oh, we're back into 6. Back to 4-4. Halftime 4-4. Back straight. They are all over the place with their feels, but everything they're doing makes sense. Like, you can set your watch to it. Like, you know it's coming. Now, there've been a couple times where I thought they were gonna change because they are following a pattern. So, like, okay, let's take the first phrase of the verse, right? So, straight time to halftime. Next phrase, straight time to halftime. Now, the next phrase, you would think straight time to halftime. No, they stayed in straight time the whole time. But on the fourth phrase, straight time to halftime. So they are still switching it up, which is keeping me vested as a listener. It's keeping me interested in the song. It's keeping me guessing what's next and where are they gonna go. So smart songwriting, really smart songwriting, and really smart arranging. Whoever made the calls on these feel changes, really smart move. Really smart move. Chorus wasn't. They went back into 6/8 for the chorus too. If that was the chorus, which I think it was, went back into the 6/8, and then when they went back into the verses again, boom, right back to 4/4 again. Again, a seamless transition. Really nicely done. Let's keep going. Didn't see that coming. Very softly. Right there where I said it was building, it wasn't building so much from a standpoint of volume. It was building more of it from a sense of anticipation. Using the drum pad the way they did that diddle-it-dun-dun-dun. Diddle-it-dun-dun-dun. It's kind of like the theme for the Terminator. It's got that same thing. It's not complex. It isn't actually getting louder, but because the pattern is so defined and so definitive that it sets up to make people, whether it be listeners or viewers, get that feeling of anticipation. Where is this going? Where is this going to take us? Where is the payoff? You know, it's that dun 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 dun, or in this case, diddle dun 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 diddle dun dun dun. It's the same thing. It's practically the same thing. It's got that same feel to it. Smart, very, very smart. Again, going back to smart songwriting, good, smart arranging. So great job. Whoever did this, whoever wrote it, fantastic job. Maybe having a guitar solo right there. Let me back it up. So great vocal work here. He's showing off a very diverse vocal talent. He's able to take his vocals in a lot of different directions. He's got the grit, he's got the growl, but he's also got the clean in a very full and also in a very tight. And he's demonstrated all of these throughout the entire song. Right here in that section is a little more open throat, a little more full sound, which is nice. I'm not finding anything wrong with the song, if I'm being completely honest. It sounds really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not 100% sure. Is the lead vocalist, is he singing in German? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not like, you know, fluent in the language or anything like that, but it kind of sounds German to me a little bit. Not quite as harsh though. Now that could just be from pronunciation. I'm not sure, but it doesn't sound quite as harsh as German does, but it sounds like German. It might be like in some offset sect, some other country maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's keep going here. Oh, we're gonna hear a guitar solo, is that right? Layers disappearing, stripping it down. Uh-huh. I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Megaherz with Kaltes Grab. This was a request from Mike Yanis. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm actually going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This is getting an 8.4 for a number of things. Most importantly, and probably the biggest reason, is the combination of songwriting, arranging, and execution. I know everybody's going like, well, isn't that everything? It is, but they're all interlaced. Starting off with the songwriting and the arranging. Very nice use of using different feels without changing the tempo. Great use of subdivisions. In particular, going from that straight time to the halftime, back to the straight time to the halftime. Really nicely done. The seamless way that they went from 6/8 to 4/4 every single time they would do it, or it would be 6/8 to 4/4, or from 4/4 back into 6/8. It didn't matter what they did, it was seamless. It never once felt awkward or out of place. A little unexpected, but never in an unpleasant way. Not in a way that made you scratch your head and go, huh, why'd they do that? No, it made perfect sense. It made perfect sense to do it, and the way they did it, if you weren't paying attention, you'd almost miss it. You almost would. It would almost be like, wait a minute, did that just happen? Yeah, it just happened. I mean, the arranging on this was fantastic. Great chordal usage, great chordal selection for the song. Instrumentation-wise, the guitar sounded nice and thick, not without being overly thick, without sounding muddy. It came through clear, but full, and I love that. It didn't sound hollow or weak at all. It sounded strong all the way through. Bass and drums sounded locked in. No problems there whatsoever, especially with all those subdivisions going on and all those feel changes and time signature changes. I mean, they stayed locked in the whole time, which is fantastic. It sounded like there was some keyboard going on in there for color and filler. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I could be wrong. That could be track, but I get the feeling that that was actually keyboard. I heard a little bit of a guitar solo, which is nice. No issues with that. It sounded really good. Everything fit. And that seems to be pretty much the key thing here with the songs. Everything fit. Everything made sense. Vocally, some great vocal technique being demonstrated across the board. You had the grit and growl in places, had the clean in places, had the clean in places where it was a little thinner, and then you had the places where it was really full and really rounded out. Open throat, full sounding supported vocals. No matter what though, the vocals never sounded bad. Everything they did fit the context of what was happening in the song at the time, whether it be in the verse, in the chorus, in the bridge, whatever. It all sounded like it belonged, and that was really pleasant to hear. Finally, I loved how they ended the song. They brought the song down without, I mean, they did decrescendo, don't get me wrong, but they weren't relying on the decrescendo for a fade. Instead, what they did is they started stripping layers down. Like when you're sanding, or when you're taking layers of paint off of a car that you want to restore or whatever. It's the same thing. You find this car and it's got like, 8 or 9 layers of paint on it, and you gotta clean it off, right? Well, you gotta take it off layer by layer. Same thing here. It on the ending, it was coming out and there was like 7 or 8 layers, and then a layer disappeared, and then another layer disappeared. Now, while that's happening and another layer disappeared, now everybody else is starting to decrescendo. By the time the song ended, there was only really 2 layers going on until they actually faded. that was smart. That was really, really cool to hear. I like how they ended that. Not just by pulling a linear fade. It was a little more complex than that. Let's take this out. Now let's take that out. And now let's take this out. Meanwhile, everybody else is decrescendoing. Slowly. Very slowly. Oh, it was really well done. I loved the ending. I loved the beginning, too. I mean, I love the whole song. I mean, would I listen to this again? Yeah, absolutely. In a heartbeat, I would. Driving around town for sure. Driving to Vegas for sure. Gym? Maybe. The constant changes in time signature. Not the feel. The feel was fine. You know, going from straight time to halftime, I can handle that. But going from 4/4 to 6/8, when you're in a stride and you're running, I don't know. Maybe. I'd be willing. You know what? I would be willing to give it a chance. I don't know if it's going to stay there. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really foresee it staying on the gym playlist. But I will give it a trial run for 6 to 8 weeks. Let's see what happens. See how many times it gets played in rotation. I randomize it, so it depends on how many times it gets played and how well I do, on the treadmill or weights or whatever while it's going. We'll see. But overall, very enjoyable. I thought it was a great song, and that's why it's getting the 8.4. So, 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.